4 steps in this video, and step 1 is choosing your brand. Choosing a matcha powder brand can feel overwhelming. I've been there myself. When I first started my matcha journey, it took me a while to figure this out. Matcha is generally expensive. There are so many different tools involved, and you've probably heard of fancy terms like umami, ceremonial grade, or vegetal notes, etc. etc. It's easy to feel stuck and not sure where to start. In this video, I will skip all the fancy terms as they can be confusing at this stage. While it's great to dive into those details later, but let's keep things really simple for now. Here's my advice to help you get started on matcha. Don't overthink it. Don't stress about brands or fancy terminology. Just pick something and get started. You can go with top sellers on Amazon, a local brand, or something from a quick Google search. There's no need to go after expensive Japanese brands or pay high international shipping right away. Since matcha can be expensive, stick to your budget. Look for a brand with plenty of reviews, a rating between 3.7 to 5 stars, and a price that feels reasonable. For example, 20 to 25 is a good starting point, though you might find options for less. Don't worry too much about labels like ceremonial, premium at this stage. There is one small trick can help you pick your matcha. Look at the reviews that mention terms like bright green or vibrant green. This usually indicates good quality matcha, which stale green like yellowish or brownish green typically suggests lower quality. Matcha with a vibrant green color is less likely to disappoint compared to a dull or stale looking ones. Each matcha has its own unique taste, which one person might love, another might not. That's why it's best to start with a more affordable option and gradually explore better brands as you discover your preferences. For most beginners, matcha brands on Amazon or local options are perfectly fine. As you continue your matcha journey, you will start to notice the different tastes of each matcha and expand your knowledge. That's when you will begin to taste the subtle variations that might be difficult to pick up on as a beginner. I used this method to find my very first matcha. It cost me $26. At the time, I thought the brand I chose was really good. Then, not long after, I had the chance to try a higher-end matcha, and I was amazed by it. It has so much more complexity than the first one I had. Honestly, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much if I hadn't started with the more affordable one. Your first matcha becomes a kind of a baseline, a reference point for all the ones you will try afterwards. It teaches you what matcha tastes like and gives you a starting place to build from. The more you experiment, and the more you will learn and refine your taste. Step 2. Choosing your tools. By now, you've probably seen enough matcha making videos on social media featuring tools like a matcha bowl, bamboo whisk, and sifter. If you're on a budget, there's really only one tool you need to invest in, the bamboo whisk. Here's why. As you can see, using a bamboo whisk creates a layer of microfoam, enhancing the texture of your matcha and leaving no clumps. This results in a smoother drinking experience compared to an electric mixer. Even without a sifter, a bamboo whisk still does a good job breaking down clumps. Here's an example of a matcha bowl. If you don't have it, no worries. For the bowl, just use any bowl you already have. Whatever you use to eat your food works just fine. For a sifter, you can get creative with it. If you don't have the sifter like I'm showing you right now, that's okay. A tea strainer, flour sifter, or any fine mash tool you have will do the trick. And here's the bamboo scoop for your matcha. If you don't have it, that's okay too, just use a teaspoon. Step 3. Techniques. To serve a good matcha, 2 things matters the most, your whisking technique and your water temperature. Before you use your bamboo whisk, make sure to soak it in hot water first to prevent it from breaking. The ideal water temperature for matcha is between 65 to 80 degrees Celsius. If you use boiling water, it will burn your matcha, leaving it bitter. Here's a simple trick if you don't have any tools measuring your water temperature. Boil the water first, then mix it with some cold or room temperature water. For example, combine 50 ml boiling water and 50 ml cold water, which makes your water sitting at around 70 degrees Celsius. In this example, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of matcha powder, which is around 2 to 3 grams, and 50 ml warm water. Whisking matcha is all about wrist movement. Move your wrist in zigzag motion, like drawing a letter W, and keep going until a layer of fine microfoam appears on top of your matcha. Step 4. Ingredients. Here we're talking about your sweetener and milk. For milk, I would say try your favorite milk first, then explore other ones later. Oat milk is super popular these days, so it's a great one to try. Personally, I prefer dairy milk most of the time, but occasionally I like to mix dairy milk and oat milk. Your choice of sweetener is entirely personal and something for you to explore. That's the fun part of matcha making. You can start with brown sugar or maple syrup, as they both pair well with matcha's earthy flavor. Experiment and find what works best for you. Maybe you'll like unsweetened matcha. Step 5. Serve your matcha in your favorite cup. This step might seem small, but it makes a huge difference. Sometimes it's not even about the taste, it's about the process. This ritual motivates me to wake up early and enjoy a slow, peaceful morning before work. Once you get comfortable making matcha, you can start upgrading your brand and tools. I personally love collecting matcha balls, as each one brings me a different vibe and energy to my day.